Hi everyone, I'm Allison Smith. We are so happy to have you here with us from the Energycast studios in Oak Ridge, Tennessee. Let's take a look at March's top stories. OREM just completed its biggest land transfer yet. More than 700 acres returned to the community. See how this milestone is shaping new development in Oak Ridge.
This city is like no other for the new nuclear renaissance, and I think that's why you see companies come here en masse.
And everyone wants in. Two nuclear companies recently announced nearly $2 billion in combined investments in Oak Ridge. Hear how that growth supports America's energy future and national security. Plus, when emergencies happen at Oak Ridge National Laboratory, this team is first on the scene. We go inside the lab's only on-site firehouse and meet the highly trained firefighters protecting the people and places on campus. If you're interested in stories like these that take you inside Oak Ridge, give this video a like and hit subscribe so you never miss an update. Now on to our top story. Exciting news out of Oak Ridge. OREM completed its largest land transfer yet, returning more than 700 acres to the community. It's a major step that's paving the way for new economic growth. Now private industry is moving forward with big plans for the region.
A major milestone in Oak Ridge. OREM has transferred more than 700 acres to the community, providing space to support new energy projects and economic growth.
It will give us, I think, an advantage over other states that are trying to vie to get companies to look in locating there or building there.
The recent land transfer includes two parcels: Self-Sufficiency Parcel 2, or SSP2, and Economic Development Parcel 18, known as ED18.
This transfer of land makes it available to companies that are going to be leading the way in terms of the nuclear renaissance.
Two nuclear companies have already announced $6.7 billion in combined investments at these locations, which is projected to create more than 1,100 jobs. The 624-acre SSP2 parcel near the East Tennessee Technology Park has been transferred to the city's Industrial Development Board. Orano USA has announced plans to build a 750,000 square foot uranium enrichment facility at the site, known as Project Ike.
Project Ike is our fifth enrichment project that we have done for the last 50 years. So we know how to do it, and of course it will be our first time in the United States, it will be our first time in Oak Ridge, Tennessee, but we really want is to embark the local community. That has been fantastic to work with.
Meanwhile, the 77-acre ED18 parcel at the East Tennessee Technology Park was transferred to the city of Oak Ridge. This area is the announced location for Oklo's future nuclear fuel recycling facility.
It is, the complete life cycle. When a property like this is used, it serves a purpose for the country, it's cleaned up, and to have it serve another purpose for the United States is awesome. To have it happen here in Oak Ridge is even more awesome.
These opportunities are possible because of years of environmental cleanup by OREM and its contractor UCOR.
Without this, without the work of Oak Ridge Environmental Management, we would not be in business, quite frankly.
From cleanup to reuse to billions in new investment, these land transfers are helping power the next chapter of America's energy future right here in Oak Ridge.
As more federal land is transferred to the community and made available for reuse, we're explaining how the process works in this month's Since You Asked.
So the process starts with a request from a nonprofit, and that's usually the City of Oak Ridge or the Industrial Development Board for the City of Oak Ridge. From there, it undergoes regulatory approval for EPA and TDEC. If it was clean land, it's a CPD. If it was remediated land, it's a CDR. From there, we make a business case and a transfer package that goes up to DOE headquarters, and it undergoes congressional review and review through the Secretary's office. The Secretary of Energy then signs off on it. And then from there, we work with our real estate officer and the Roane County Register of Deeds to register the property and get it sent over to that nonprofit. Typically, a property transfer can take anywhere from 1 to 2 years, because it's once the land is remediated and cleaned up, then it has to go through all those regulatory approvals of the covenant deferral request. That can take 6 months. Then we have all of the approvals for headquarters, and that can take up to a year as well. It's a pretty intensive process, I would say. There's probably about 50 people who touch each package from the beginning. We have our contractors and ourselves who work through all the memos, the business cases, the CDRs. Those then have to be approved by teams of about 3 or 4 with EPA and TDEC. And then we have our management look at it and sign off on it before it's sent to headquarters. And then it goes through at least 6 different headquarters departments that all have their own teams of 3 to 5. So it sees a lot of people.
So let's take a look at the latest on the land transfer numbers. Thanks to OREM's successful cleanup efforts, more than 2,500 acres have been transferred back to the community for economic reuse. In total, more than 25 businesses are either on site today or preparing to build. Together, they're bringing in $10 billion in capital investment and creating 2,500 private sector jobs. Big business news in Oak Ridge this month, this time from a company taking a new approach to uranium enrichment. LIS Technologies plans to invest nearly $1.4 billion in a new laser-based uranium enrichment facility. The project would create more than 200 jobs. The facility is planned at the East Tennessee Technology Park on the 206-acre Duct Island, which is set to be redeveloped and renamed to LIS Island.
The cleanup that occurred here to make sure that this site is now set and ready for new investment and new infrastructure and new companies to move in here, powerfully important. It's ironic and quite significant, I think, that the newest laser technology for uranium enrichment company that's investing right here in Tennessee is going to be located on the historic uranium enrichment site in Oak Ridge.
LIS stands for Laser Isotope Separation. The company says it holds the only laser enrichment technology created and patented in the U.S. Their goal is to strengthen the U.S. nuclear fuel supply and support future energy and national security needs. The company's research and development team is already headquartered in a renovated building at the site.
We have an amazing world-class laser team here at LIS Technologies with so many subject matter experts from ASML and leadership that have advanced the semiconductor industry through their high-powered lasers. And we're taking that same expertise in that laser technologies and applying it for laser enrichment of uranium.
The company plans to begin site preparation and construction as early as this year. LIS is targeting commercial operations before 2030. All right, another company in Oak Ridge is gearing up for growth. Centrus is planning a major expansion of its centrifuge manufacturing plant. The expansion is expected to bring nearly 430 new jobs and more than $560 million in investment over the next several years. Thousands of centrifuges will be built right here in Oak Ridge. Those machines are then headed for the company's uranium enrichment plant in Ohio. Centrus says the Ohio facility is so large, its footprint is comparable to the Pentagon. Right now, 16 centrifuges built in Oak Ridge are operating there. But the plant was designed to hold tens of thousands. So Oak Ridge is once again playing a central role. Employees here will be building the centrifuges that make large-scale enrichment possible to support America's energy and national security needs.
So that $560 million is going to go towards hiring people. I mean, from when I started here to where we are now, to me, it looks like we got quadruple the people that we have, and we haven't even started that. And that's going to be used to hire people, put the equipment in, and start manufacturing probably the most complex piece of equipment that humans have created.
The first new centrifuges built in Oak Ridge are expected to come online in Ohio in 2029. We have an important leadership update to share with you. OREM manager Erik Olds will take on the added role of acting manager for the Portsmouth Paducah Project Office while continuing his responsibilities in Oak Ridge. Erik brings more than 33 years of DOE experience, including 20 years at EM sites across the country. April Ladd will serve as the acting deputy manager, assisting Erik with the daily leadership of Portsmouth and Paducah's cleanup sites. The old steam plant at Y12 is moving closer to demolition, marking another major step in modernizing the site. The crews are preparing to say goodbye to the nearly 14,000 square foot facility, which was built in 1943. Over the decades, the steam plant supported various missions, including uranium enrichment support activities, fuels testing, maintenance, and storage. After successfully removing materials from inside the building, teams have completed the final steps needed to begin teardown. The success of this project highlights the skilled professionals working to transform Y12.
When we finish something and you get to be a part of history, it's amazing to watch, things happen, and we all keep each other safe, which I'm pretty honored to be a part of that.
And the project timeline is moving up thanks to the early completion of Alpha 2's demolition. Work on the steam plant can start even sooner. Demolition is set to take place this summer. OREM welcomed community members for a public information session on cleanup progress and priorities. The event drew a full house at the Oak Ridge Conference Center. Visitors explored posters, asked questions, and talked with federal and contractor project managers. The posters highlighted demolition work at Y12 and ORNL, along with updates on waste management and disposal. Attendees also learned that cleanup at ETTP is creating new economic opportunities and fulfilling historic preservation commitments with the recent opening of the K-25 Interpretive Center. Here's something you might not know. The Oak Ridge National Laboratory has its own fire department. And firefighting here looks a little different. These crews protect the people, property, and environment at one of the nation's most important research sites. This month, we're stepping inside the lab's firehouse to meet the team ready to respond at a moment's notice.
Step inside the Oak Ridge National Laboratory Fire Department. The team of 54 provides fire, EMS, technical rescue, and hazardous material response across a campus that operates like a small city.
We're upwards of 9,000 personnel on site during the work week, so we have potential for high call volumes, and we do respond to many calls on certain days.
Thousands of acres, hundreds of facilities, and hazards that require specialized knowledge.
We're fortunate in the fact that we can front load a lot of our information. We have technical experts on site. We understand what the hazards are.
But emergency response is only part of the mission. Firefighters here also inspect, test, and maintain fire alarm and suppression systems across the lab, a time-consuming job that helps prevent emergencies before they start.
We're very lucky here that most of the time it's an accidental thing, and somebody might have bumped a sprinkler system, or a welding operation might have accidentally set off a smoke detector, which is very nice that the hazards remain exactly where they're supposed to be and don't get uncontained.
And when a response is needed, they're equipped for challenges few departments face. A massive tower truck can lift firefighters more than 100 feet in the air.
We're unique in the fact that we do have some technical rescue capabilities that others in the region do not. In particular, we host a tower and antenna rescue team to ensure the safety of workers in stacks and towers and antennas. We also are very well versed in confined space rescue. We perform many confined space rescue standbys annually.
Preparation is constant, with hundreds of training hours each year. And when a call comes in, they're not working alone. Subject matter experts help them build a plan fast.
Because of all the information that's available to us, we know what's going on in every facility, and we have SMEs who come out to our command post to help us with what is in their facility and what's happening with it, we can draw up much quicker plans and address things much faster before they get into any kind of really bad situations.
The strength of this department comes with experience.
We hire from all of the fire departments in this region, and they're already trained, and every fire department has its own unique little niche, right? The hazards that they may deal with in their communities. So we draw from all that different experience in this entire area, and it just makes us better.
They may not wear lab coats, but their work helps make the science possible.
The coolest part of my job, you know, it's seeing all the amazing things that happen here. Everything from coming up with better ways to heat and cool homes and move electricity to understanding materials and how they interact with each other. None of that has anything to do with fighting fire, but I think that our job in protecting that and getting to be a piece of our nation getting better because of it is pretty cool.
All right, some exciting stories coming next month. The uranium-233 processing campaign at Oak Ridge National Laboratory has reached its halfway point. Hear from the team driving progress on EM's top priority cleanup project at the lab. We'll bring you that story and much more. And before we go, be sure to connect with us on our socials. You can follow EM News on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and X for updates between episodes. Well, thank you so much for joining us. New episodes drop the last Wednesday of every month. Until then, you can catch up on past stories or share this one right here on our YouTube channel. We'll see you next month from the Energycast studio in Oak Ridge.